We're getting ready to go fix some fence. So we got a lot of our fencing equipment right down here. I don't know exactly what I need. I got the come along. I got the fence stretcher. We also got T-post for replacing that T-post I bent over. And then we're also going to go out there and try to get some soil samples to send in for some fertilizer analysis as well too. So stay tuned and hopefully we'll get this stuff work done today and try to beat this wind. All right, you see right here, this is the T-post that I knocked over with my skid loader the other day when we were putting those bricks and blocks or whatever out here to kind of make a path. So we'll get this thing fixed up. We also noticed that we had a wire really loose over here too. So we're gonna try and figure out, you know, what's going on with this wire right here. And oh boy, it is windy as all get out here. Let's come this way just a little bit more. I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not, but it is all windy. It's all good out here. We'll try to get this thing cleaned up here. Got some fence clips that we're gonna put on here. And we gotta tighten this wire up because, oh man, the camera is gonna blow over. It's so windy. Jared, I know one time you were talking about these clips of being all in a stupid taped up, but I don't know, these bags are just about as worse as that. Oh my goodness, my hat's about ready to blow off. This wind is really going. I don't know if you guys ever use one of these little bars or not when you guys are doing your fencing and you're putting your little ties on there or not. We use them. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Let me know if you guys like those things or not. I don't know, they do pretty good. Well, we had something break the wire down here. It just broke those 2 wires right clean in 2. So we're gonna get some other scrap wire and try to get it in here and piecemeal it in. See if we can get this thing straightened out and get it put back together. All right, before I get ready to stretch this wire out, you know, this thing's not for sure long enough, so what we're gonna do is splice a piece in there between there. And you don't wanna just kind of kink it and make a loop like that and connect the 2 wires together like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a little bit back and get these things spun together. So stay tuned. Let me get the camera a little closer here. That way maybe you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that all works out there. Okay. The ground is still a little wet. My knees are getting wet from just even putting my foot on the ground. That's all right. Got some good moisture in the ground. Let's see if we can get this thing. I'm just taking the extra barb off right there. That way we can split this wire and kind of put them together to give us something to tie them together a little bit easier. We're just going to bring it right up to this barb that we have there. So I probably should do it a little longer than that, but that's all I'm going to do right now. We're going to knock this other barb off on this side. We're going to get both wires set up both the same. Barb, tighten it down a little bit tighter. There we go. We got both barbs off. Untwist that a little bit more. And so what we're going to do is put those V's together like that, nice and tight. And then once we get those barbs, I like leaving those barbs on there. That way when I'm starting to twist these things, I got something to twist up against there and hold. So what we're going to do is kind of a compression. And I'm going to take one direction, and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on there. Get that one out of the way. Make sure I'm going the other one. Needs to come back the other way. So trying to keep this in view of the camera without me being in the view of the camera. And putting a little pressure on there, that way it stays a little tight. Okay, there that one is. And then we'll take this one, and now this one we rotated it, you know, I'd say clockwise. This one we're going to take the other wire, we're going to take it and rotate it counterclockwise. We're going to again stack it right over the top of the other wire. There. And then if you guys have a better way of doing this, let me know. This is the way we do it. There we go. So we got that one side done. We'll do the exact same thing to the other side. Let me move the camera around here. See if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing here. So let's go and get this one out of the way. And we'll take this one around this way. And we're just rotating it around the barbed wire. That way we don't have no pinch point and the wires are more rolling around there instead of, you know, a tight one single spot that it's got all the pressure and pinch on there. That way it's going to distribute the weight of the wire. So that one we went that direction. We're going to take this one the opposite direction. And then again, like I said, I like to do it next to that barb, and I think I went the same direction, so I got to take it the other way. Don't do that too many times. You'll break the wire off. There we go. That's what I do. Let me know if you guys do it a different way. Again, we're gonna get ready to stretch this thing out with the stretcher, and we'll put the stretcher on there, and then we'll tie off the other side almost the exact same way. So stay tuned. Come on. Now I'm going to set this thing up right after the stretch. We might have to do this a few times. I just want, right where I connected it together, I want to stretch that stuff out. That way it's not stretching after I put it back together. There you go, universal hammer right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing start stretching. Okay. So we got that stretched out decent. I probably want to put a few more stretches in there. I'm just kind of figuring out how much wire I need, and I'll cut off the slack that I don't need. So if we're coming in here, we'll come into the V right about in there, and we'll do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to cut it off right about there. And that'll give us plenty of wire to kind of pull together with. So I'm going to take these barbs off. Again, we're going to kind of V those together. And if you guys got a better way, let me know. Maybe there's a fancier, easier way to put a splice in here that'll last over time, that it won't tear up because it got tension on the, you know, the bending it in half, because that's where you don't want to try to bend it in half unless you have to. So there's that one right up to the V. We'll try to do the other one the same way. Again, we just unwind this barbed wire. Take the barbs out of there, and we'll get it closest to that V as we can. And then we'll splice it right together there. So I'm going to jack it a little bit tighter. There we go. That's pretty dang tight right there. Get those V's mated up. Well, there we go. This is how I do it. Again, let me know if you guys do it differently. That right there, it won't have no kink on there. You're not like going, you're not making loops on there and tying them together. That's how we do it. So let me know if you guys do it a little differently. Until next time, God bless you all.